Okay, hi everybody. So this is just a lesson covering the stuff from section 5.7. Make sure you get the guided notes from the sub and we should be good to go. All right, so first things first, I want to go over the homework, so please get that out. Looking at page 345, I'm sorry, 338 to 339, 13 to 18, 21 to 31. Okay, so I just want to cover some things on the homework. Make sure you're listening here. It's good idea to follow along and just check your answers here. Okay, so for 13, graph the line given the slope and the y-intercept. So this should be pretty easy by now. We've done this a million times. Y-intercept is 7. The slope is 1/4. So up 1 over 4, up 1 over 4. And I'll get my line tool. Just do a couple points, extend it on out. Okay, so there is my graph for number 13. Okay, repeat that process. Here's 14. Ooh, get back there. Here is 14. Okay, so we want to find the y-intercept is -3. And the slope is -6. So which means now we go down 6, right 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right 1. Pretty steep line. Or I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left 1. Get my line tool. And there's my line. Good. Okay, so that's 14. And here is 15. Y-intercept is -4. Slope is 1. Now 1 just means I'm going to go up 1 over 1. All the way up and over. Okay. All the way down here. All the way through, diagonally through. Good, so that's 15. Check your answers there. And here is 16. Get a different color here. 16, y-intercept is +6. Slope is -4/5. So I could go down 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 4, right 5. Get my line tool. Whoop. There you go. And there's 16. Okay, so there's 13 through 16. Let's take a look at 17 and 18 real quick. Down here. Get away. Okay. All right, so just to write the equation here, this would just be y is equal to mx plus b again, where m is 5 and b is -9. So y is equal to 5x minus 9. Again, don't do plus a -9. Number 18, y is equal to -2/3 x. That's a 2/3 plus 2. Good. Hopefully we didn't have any issues on that. This is where it gets a little harder. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. It's 21 to 31. So here is 21 through 29, the key. Here's 21 through 29. So here, check your answers here. Here's 21, 22, 23. And you'll see it's written in y equals mx plus b form above. So check your answers there for the equation if you're not getting the graph correct. Okay, and there's 24, 25, 26. I'll leave that there for a sec so you can pause if you need to. Again, you should be pausing and checking your work. And then here is 28, 27, 28, and 29 up here. Okay, so again, pause and check your work. If you have any questions, ask the person around you. I think you should be fine. All right, and here's 30 and 31. Pauline's Health Club has an enrollment fee of $175 and costs $35 per month. The equation is y, or f of x if you'd like to, 35x plus 175. I'm just going to talk through what the slope and the y-intercept mean. The slope obviously here is 35, so the slope would be the amount of cost per month. And the 175 is the initial cost, the starting value. Okay, so for 1 year of membership, that's 12 months. I'm just going to get my calculator here. That's 35 times 12 plus that additional $175, $595. Good. Okay, so let's take a look here. 31, who went wrong? Two students wrote 3x plus 2y equals 5 in slope-intercept form. Who is incorrect? Okay, so this guy subtracted the 3x, then divided by 2. Oh, did he divide everything by 2? No. Uh-oh, this person did it correctly. We divided everything by 2. That's what I want to see. A was the wrong thing. They did not divide the 5 by 2. The y-intercept did not get divided by 2. Okay. All right, so get out your guided notes here. We're going to go through each problem here in the guided notes. Okay, now this is point slope form. We've already talked about two different forms. We talked about ax plus by equals c form. That's a b. That's called standard form. And we also have talked about now y equals mx plus b form. See, these are two different ways to write linear functions, two different ways to write linear equations. So we're going to learn another one here, point slope form. Okay, let's start here by just graphing. Graph along with me here. Okay, so when I'm given a slope and a point, I want to start at the point to graph my line. I want to start here at 3, 1. Always start at the point. Start here, and then use your slope to generate some more coordinates. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and so on, and then enough points that you can make your graph. Okay, did I need my y-intercept? No, not exactly. I could kind of guesstimate where it's going to be at -4 maybe, but I don't need it. It's 3, I started at 3, 1 using my slope of 2. Okay, do the same thing here. Start at -2, 4. Then use 3/4. Rise 3, run 4. Rise 3, run 4. Okay, make enough points to connect your dots. And there's my line. Okay, so not too bad. So what am I showing you here? I'm showing that given a point and a slope, it's really easy to graph the line. You just start, instead of starting at the y-intercept, you just start at the point now. Okay, so let's actually write some equations now. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that has the line with the given slope that contains the given point. Ooh, okay, now this is kind of interesting. If I want it in slope-intercept form, that means I want it in y equals mx plus b form. This is kind of difficult stuff here, folks. If I want to put it into slope-intercept form, that means I need to identify the m and identify the b. Well, the m is really easy to see. It's just 3. But what is the b value? I don't know the b value. So watch what I can do, everybody. Pay close attention here because this is kind of difficult. We know we have y equals mx plus b. And I haven't used this point yet. So look what I have. I have an x and I have a y value. Write that above it. What I can do is plug in x and y and m into this equation to solve for b. Look, I have 4 unknowns, and I have 3 of the unknowns right here, leaving 1 left over. Y equals m x plus b. 4 is equal to -3 plus b, and now I just solve for b, add 3. Look at that, b is 7. And now that means my equation is y is equal to 3x plus 7. So what was the process there again? The process there was use the point and the slope, hence point-slope form. Use the point and the slope. Plug the point x and y in for x and y. Plug the m slope in to solve for b. Once you have b, you have your answer. Okay, let's try another one. I'm going to do a couple of these because these are kind of tricky. All right, the slope is 1/3, and I want to use point -3, 1. So my m is positive 1/3, and my b value I don't know yet, but I do know -3, 1. I do know x, y. So that means I have y equals mx plus b. My y value is 1. My m is 1/3. My x value is -3. And my b, I don't know yet. So look, I can solve for b here. 1 is equal to, well, what's 1/3 of -3? It's -1. And now I solve for b by adding the 1 over to the other side. So 2 is my b value. That means, remember, my final answer should have a y and an x in it. 1/3 x plus 2. 1/3 x plus 2. Yeah. Okay, I'd like you to try part C on your own. Okay. So again, we have y is equal to mx plus b. Oop, I forgot to identify. M is -1, and I don't know my b value yet, right? My b value is unknown yet. Okay, so I plug in my y, my m, my x. -1 times 0 is 0. And 0 plus b, well, I subtract 0 to the other side. It's 9 is equal to b. Oh, look at that. That was my y-intercept. How cool. Y is equal to negative 1x plus 9, or just negative x plus 9. And there's my answer. Okay, flip over your guided notes. Now take a look here. I want to do the exact same thing again. I want to put it into slope-intercept form, so I need y equals mx plus b. But in this case, I don't know m either. Look, m is not given to me. Neither b nor m have been given to me. So what I need to do is find my m. Find your slope. M is the difference in the y coordinates divided by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Look at that. 1 minus 7 over 2 minus a negative 1. Right? 1 minus 7 over 2 minus negative 1. So this is negative 6 over 3. And look at that, because that's a plus a positive. Watch out there. Negative 6 over 3 is negative 2. Look at that. And now we can just use one of the two coordinates and solve for b. So let's use 2 comma 1 and do this process that we just did on the other side. We said y equals mx plus b. And we're going to use this as x and y. Y equals our newfound m times x, which is 2, plus b. Let's slide down here real quick. Give myself a little bit more room. 1 is equal to negative 4 plus b. So add the 4, I get 5 is equal to b. So now this implies that my final answer is y is equal to negative 2x plus 5, and that is my final answer. Okay. It's a little bit more difficult when we just have 2 points, because we have to add in this layer of figuring out the slope. So let's do a couple more examples. Give it a couple more under your belts. Okay, so first thing I've got to do is find the slope, right? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 10 minus negative 2 was a plus 2, so 12. 3 minus 1 is 2. So my slope is 6. M is 6. B, I don't know. So let's use one of the 2 points. You can pick whichever 2 point you want to use. Let's use 3 comma 10. So this will be our x and our y. Y equals 6 times 3 plus b. Again, that was y is equal to mx plus b. Here's our x and our y. Here's our m. And now we solve for b. 10 is equal to 18 plus b. Subtract the 18, negative 8 is b, which means that it's y is equal to 6x minus 8. Okay, and then our last one here. If you'd like to pause and try it, go ahead. My slope is 1 minus a negative 3 over 4 minus 2. So it's 4 over 2, which is just 2. 1 minus negative 3 over 4 minus 2. All right, let's use 2 comma 3 this time. So here's my x and my y. Y equals m x plus b. Negative 3 is equal to 4 plus b. Subtract the 4. Negative 7 is my b value. So m is 2. B is negative 7. Y is equal to 2x minus 7. Okay. Last problem is a word problem. The cost to stain a deck is a linear function of the deck's area. The cost to stain 100, 250, 400 square feet are shown in the table. Write an equation in slope-intercept form that represents the function to find the cost to stain a deck whose area is 75 square feet. So the first thing that I want to do is figure out how I'm going to figure out what the slope is, because I need the slope, right? It says to put it into slope-intercept form, so I need to find the slope. So let's just pick 2 coordinates here. Okay, I'm going to do the y2 minus y1. 337.5, what was it? Come back to me. Whoa. 337.5 minus 150 divided by, I would do the 250 minus 100. 250 minus 100. Oops. That's not right. 337.5 minus 150 divided by 250 minus 100 is 150. 1.25. So there's my slope. Get Get. M is, what was it, 1.25? Yeah, 1.25. And now I figure out what the y-intercept is, right? I got to figure out what the y-intercept is. Let's use this point, right? Y equals M X plus B. 150 is equal to 1.25 times 100. So 125 plus B. So 25 is B. Okay. So that means B is 25. Y equals 1.25x plus 25. There's my equation. Now from there, I want to plug in 75 square feet. So y is equal to whatever 1.25 times 75 plus 25. 118.75 dollars. Yeah, that's how much it costs to stain a 75 square foot deck. Okay, hopefully we're all having a good day. I'll see you guys next time.